Running ads for e-commerce is very stressful. You need to set up really great expectation for your client because there are months that is not going to work and there is nothing you can do. But client, if you don't set up perfect expectation, they expect to work. So when you make the initial call, like be 100% clear to avoid crazy headaches after, because they will text you, they will message you, they will send you Slack, mail everywhere, figuring out why the ROAS is not high, why we are not getting the same sale of the month before. You're like, bro, it's August, it's September, it's the worst period of the year. Let's wait, next month is going to be great. But if you want to avoid all the stress, which is very stressful because sometimes you take it personally, you're like, oh, maybe I cannot do my work, but it's not up to you, it's up to the market.
How many times as agency owners have we been punched in the face when you're having a good day and all of a sudden something just happens and you're like punched in the face, and then the next day constantly getting punched and all that? It's like you gotta have that mindset of like you gotta keep going,
Yeah.
like no matter what.
You got to keep going. You got to not care about those punches because you know, like, you're winning the fight, right? Or you know that where you want to get to is just, you want to get there and you don't care what happens in the way, right?
Exactly.
You're just willing to put it all on the line.
If I could leave everybody on one thing, it's like figure out what you want. Figure out what you want. Like, what do you truly desire? What was the gift that you were blessed with? Why are you here? How can you serve other people? Don't make it all about money. You won't find happiness in money. I think like enough people are saying that now, that it's like, a thing. Like, how can you provide value to the world? And a byproduct of that value will be money. And I lost my way for a bit where I was like, I'm gonna make $28 million, like, let's go, yeehaw. And it's like, no, like, that's not the goal. My goal is to help as many people and to serve as many people. And I'm seeing that now. I've course corrected and we just had our most profitable month. So how can you help the most people? How can you solve bigger problems for richer people? Then you will make more money.
You need to set up really great expectation for your client because there are months that is not going to work and there is nothing you can do. But client, if you don't set up perfect expectation, they expect.
It's like drop the ego, dude. Like, we're here to learn, like we're not all 100% experts in things, and if we can collaborate, it's like that's the biggest key in order to grow nowadays. It's not
Yeah,
just like gatekeeping everything, it's collaboration. That's how
I
you
know.
scale and grow.
I want my business to serve the most people and be as profitable as possible, right? So like, that's like the outcome that I want. I want to serve people. I want to show up as a great leader. I want to show up as a great partner. I want to show up as a great family member, whatever. So how do I do that? What are the inputs that I need to get there? And this is how I work out everything. Everything in business, everything in my life. I just think, okay, where am I now? Where do I want to be? What are the 3 or whatever dominoes that need to fall to make that reality a thing? And then what do I need to do every single day to hit that? And that's it. I really love systems. I love systems and I love doing those things.
Now, if you had to choose only one channel to grow e-commerce brands today, which one would it be?
Me to choose one acquisition client for my client.
Yeah,
I will just focus on Facebook ads.
Facebook
Just
ads.
one, just Facebook ads.
Because I became that person that people kept seeing and all that kind of stuff. And usually it's like a room full of men. It's always a room full of men and all that kind of stuff. So the fact that I can stand out being one, a woman, and then 2, I usually wear like 6-inch heels, platforms and stuff like that. So like I raise myself up and my personality is just as tall as I am at that point. So it's just like I end up showing up to the rooms and people remember me. And doing so, now I have big referral partners in the space that are usually on the big stages and they talk about me like I'm in the room all the time. So it's just like friends like Dan Fleischman, friends like Cody Sperber, friends like Eric Spofford. They're mentioning my names in all different levels. And also with Eddie Malouf, you know, like he always puts my name out there. And because we do good work at the end of the day. We do good work, we show results. We're always constantly like moving the needle for our clients. And if we need to pivot, we pivot fast. That's one of the biggest like key things that a lot of agencies don't do. It's like we have our SOPs and all that kind of stuff, which is great. But having the ability to pivot fast to show like client results and stuff like that, that's the biggest key when it comes to being an agency.
But I went on everybody else's podcasts and I got a bunch of clients from that, and I went on LinkedIn and I just went balls to the wall on that circle jerk of a platform, and we made like, that's how we did like our 500K in the first year. And so for everyone, yeah, like how can I make that more practical? Ads, you have to like pay the tax to learn on ads.
What is your average monthly spend, ad spend for client acquisition?
$0. I use YouTube and LinkedIn.